So there is really just so much to watch here, Leanne Bakari, and that's partly because time is of the essence. We know that Donald Trump's inauguration day is about a week and a half on January 20th, and the Liberal Party now looking to find their new leader. So many things need to be kind of ironed out here in terms of rules, who can vote for that new leader. There's also the fear of foreign interference, and the Liberal Party really needs to look at how it's going to avoid that for this next election. Of course, Parliament reconvening on March 24th, and at that point, analysts say the pressure is on for the Liberal Party to have its new leader in place before Parliament. And we know all the opposition parties are already planning to try to bring down the government again with a vote of non-confidence when Parliament resumes. So a lot to watch for. And of course, we'll continue to bring you the updates.
Yeah, I was going to say, my head hurts. There's so much to follow. Thankfully, you're all over it.
And home.
We have been listening in live tonight to Kamala Harris officially accepting the Democratic presidential nomination at the DNC in Chicago. You hear Harris there in her speech making the case for her presidency tonight, giving the crowd a little bit of background on who she is, how she grew up, also her track record as a prosecutor, and then, of course, turning toward Donald Trump, calling him an unserious man, but saying the consequences of putting him back in office is a serious matter, painting a picture of what a second Trump term could look like. And we heard Kamala Harris ending with a promise saying rebuilding the middle class would be a defining part of her presidency. Also, some speculation that Beyonce would be performing tonight at the DNC. Haven't seen her yet, but we will keep a close eye on that. More on that coming up. Right now, it's 10:57. This is Toronto's breaking news, CP24. A look at this evening's top stories when we come back. Stay with us.
At the Power Board with more on the maps. Lindsay.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. And I really just want to take some time to show our viewers something that they're going to be seeing a lot tonight. Now, this is only on CP24, and Environics Analytics has gone through thousands of data points to come up with these 12 voter segments. And these people, these groups of people, make up Toronto. So you've got affluent families, big city burbs, new Canadian mosaic, young in the city. You're going to be seeing a lot of these groups tonight as we go ward to ward, looking at who lives in each ward. For more on Mendicino's decision and what it could mean for Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government, we're joined now live by CTV political commentator Scott Reid. Scott, thanks for being here tonight.
Hey, Lindsay. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. And what a new year it's going to be, it looks like, in 2025 for the federal government. What was your reaction, first of all, to hearing this statement from Marco Mendicino? So as I mentioned, Jamie, that is not happening until February 12th. Obviously, Donald Trump is being inaugurated on January 20th. That's about a 23-day difference. And we know a lot can happen in 23 days when it comes to Donald Trump being president of the U.S. So hopefully there's still some time for the premiers to kind of work out some kind of deal. This also comes at a time when there are rumors about Premier Doug Ford holding a snap election as early, possibly, some analysts say, as next week. So a lot to watch for, a lot still up in the air, but we'll be watching these developments as well as Doug Ford speaking on NBC, and we'll bring that to you live. And so once again, the goal tonight, I believe, was $1.2 million to be raised. Last I checked CJA, it was 1.1, so almost there. The executive director did say he believes that the goal will be reached tonight. Just before we finish up here, I do want to show you one of these beds. I hope this person doesn't mind. As Tanya was alluding to, you've got a bit of a backpack, a very, very thin sleeping bag, and a piece of cardboard, and that is literally it. So as you mentioned, it's the end of November. It's raining. It's cold out. Not a great place to sleep. But of course, a lot of people in Toronto, possibly more than ever, are experiencing this on a nightly basis. We are following breaking news. Former U.S. President Jimmy Carter has died at the age of 100. His son confirmed the news today, saying the former president died at his home in Georgia. We have been listening in live there to police giving an update after a pedestrian was fatally struck in Corkville. Police saying it happened at Queen and Sackville just before 6 tonight. Police say the pedestrian, a female, was struck, taken to a trauma center where she was then pronounced dead. They say the driver of the vehicle did remain on scene and is cooperating. And we know the collision reconstruction unit is now on scene investigating. Police asking, as you just heard, anyone who might have any video of the area around that time just before 6 p.m. this evening to contact police. I think that's what's interesting, too, because when we look at the other word from Merriam-Webster, authentic, which I find is very interesting, but, you know, you look at that word, but then you look at some of the runners-up, kibbutz, deep fake, all current issues, really, that we're facing right now in the world.